Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we're going to talk about WWE Smackdown that took place on December 12th, 2025, and it took place at the Mogun Sun Arena at Casey Plaza in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. WWE SmackDown started off with Nick Aldis talking how he's been trying to get in touch with Drew McIntyre and hasn't been able to reach him. Cody Rhodes was like, just get Drew McIntyre back here so I can beat his ass. Cody Rhodes then took himself down to the ring and basically said Drew McIntyre's a chump. And at Saturday night's main event, which is going to happen tomorrow, I am going to be facing Oba something. Oba came down and said, listen, Cody, you should not be worrying about Drew McIntyre. He is not here tonight, but I am. And tomorrow's Saturday night main event, you're going to get your ass beat because you are looking at the NXT champion. And then Cody Rhodes held up his title. This is probably going to be a pretty fucking sick fight because no one is probably looking forward to the John Cena-Gunther match. I know I'm not. I don't really think Gunther should be in this match. But hey, there's a lot of people that think he should be, so let's just say 50-50 on that. The first match we had was Ilya Dragunov versus Tommaso Ciampa. This has been building up for a few weeks, as you know, Tommaso Ciampa wanted the United States Championship title match, but you know, Ilya Dragunov was like, nah, you're disrespectful, you're rude, so fuck you. This was actually like a really hard-hitting match. They just did not hold anything back. Tommaso Ciampa is a fucking beast still, and he's like in his 40s too, close to his 50s as well. Ilya Dragunov still young, coming back from that knee injury. He is kicking ass, dropping H-bombs, dropping big power moves. Tommaso Ciampa did bust open Ilya Dragunov, which I don't know led to an early finish. Possibly. It's very possible. Of course, you had Johnny Gargano, and I can't remember the other girl's name. I'm sure once I read through some of this shit, I'll figure it out. Nah, I ain't going to figure it out. They tried to interfere, but Ilya Dragunov was able to pull it out and win over Tommaso Ciampa. This match is going to get a down because I don't really give a shit about Ilya Dragunov. I'm not a big fan. And Tommaso Ciampa, hit or miss. This time, it was definitely a miss. And at the end of it, I believe it was Carmelo Hayes who came down for the save, beat Tommaso Ciampa, beat Johnny Gargano up, and this is probably going to lead to a tag match next week. Which is really weird because Fraxium wanted to deal with DIY following this whole freaking thing. But I guess they just forgot about what was going on. And if I didn't say this already, SmackDown was very, very, very lackluster. In the back, you had Javon Evans, who, you know, he has the tag team title, not a title match, but has a tag team match against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. He's also teaming up from some dude who has the X Division title in TNA. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. And here came The Miz, and The Miz was like, nah, you're a chump, you're a douche, I should be on Saturday Night Main Event, why is Javon Evans going to be on it? So Javon Evans said, well, why don't we just go in the ring and handle our business later in the night? So that is going to be a match later tonight. But first we had the disappointment of this segment. The Wyatt Six came down to the ring, fucking Uncle Howdy talk. I just tuned out. I think Bo Dallas is a horrible character for this. I hate the Wyatt Six if you don't know this already. They're talking about how the tag team titles are theirs and it's their precious thing and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a flying fuck. Thank God it was ruined, or interrupted, I should say, by Solo Sikoa and the NFTs. They said, you guys have something that I want. We're going to take it away from you. When's it going to happen? I think there should be a match at Saturday Night Main Event. Make this thing a lot more juicier than the John Cena-Gunther thing because I ain't looking forward to that. But yeah, the NFTs and the Wyatt Six, they're going to have a match and shit like that. Then we had a women's match. Alexa Bliss with Charlotte Flair versus Lash Legend with Nia Jax. Both the teams do want to go for the women's tag team titles. So, of course, each individual one should face off against each other. Not that they should have a tag team match, right? This match really just gave Lash Legend a chance to shine, show what she's got, and she's a beast in the ring. Still doesn't get a lot of fanfare, and I can understand that. Maybe people don't know about her, or, you know, she was in NXT, and then she was gone for a while, and they just pushed her back up on the roster for SmackDown. So, I don't really know. Lash Legend won with a lash extension. Real creative on these goddamn names. I'm going to give this match, of course, come on, you know what I'm going to give this, a down. Of course I'm giving this match a down. I don't give a flying fuck what any of these people are saying. Don't care, don't know. Let's move on to the rest of the shit. We had Javon Evans. You know, there was a little back and forth between Evans and The Miz. Miz got thrown with a flying, bouncing Hurricanrana. The Miz countered a dive by Evans. The Miz, runs Evans into the apron, but Evans popped up and lands on the rope with a springboard splash. Miz tried to get the boot on Evans, but he reversed it. Evans dived, and then he hit the OG cutter for the win. Cool. Javon Evans, I'm going to give this match an up. Now, look, I do kind of like The Miz, and I do hate that he gets shitted on a lot in WWE, but I guess that's just his role. And Javon Evans is like 21. This dude is fucking killing it. This dude's pimp. Up. It's getting an up. Definitely going to have to get one of these bad boys. All right, and then finally, not finally. We had Jade Cargill like bouncing around, stomping around with her women's title, talking about how she's the shit and no one can fuck with her. She ran into Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley gave her a look like, yeah, if you want to fuck with me, I'll beat the shit out of you. And, Jade Cargill's like, you got a match tonight. No, don't fuck around or I'll beat the shit out of you. And then she ran into Michonne. Right? Mission? Yeah, let's go with Mission. And Mission was talking shit, being like, yo, you want to be a bully, and I hate bullies, and I'm going to stomp bullies out. And Jade Cargill basically fucked her up in the back before their match. Then Jade Cargill's me as a kid. Jade came out with the title, came into the ring, and then you had Mission come out with the fucking kendo stick, which I don't know why she keeps bringing a weapon to the fucking matches. And, security's trying to hold her back. She's smacking him with the kendo stick. She makes it to the ring, hits, Jade Cargill a few times. And then Jade fucks her up. And I believe she did hit, Cargill chokeslam Mission. And that was it. I don't know. They have to give Jade Cargill a legit feud because this is just stupid. And she's just beating people up looking tough. But, you ain't impressing me. Cargill is not impressing me. And finally, we had the mixed tag team match, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. All right. There was a back and forth. First started with Priest and Black, blah, 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 blah. Then the girls got tagged in. They did their shit. There was a little, botchiness going around with Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega. If you didn't know that it was a botch fest, well, guess what? It was a little botchy. Every time, a woman would tag in the male counterpart, they'd have to switch in and out and all the other good shit. It came down to Ripley headbutted Aleister Black off the apron. Rhea Ripley and Black did Stereo Rager's Edge to each individual one. And then a Riptide by Rhea Ripley calls the 1, 2, 3. They picked up the victory, and this is getting an up. The Terror Twins, or whatever the hell you want to call them, they got the victory. I don't think it was a great match. It wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. But Smackdown was kind of shitty too. Maybe they're saving everything for a Saturday night main event. But just going off what I've seen tonight, if this is any indication of what tomorrow is going to be like, jeez, give me a fucking break already. Because it looks like garbage. Straight up garbage. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We're going to do more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.